Hi, welcome back to the Leadership Help Desk, where we're looking at small business marketing concepts. If you're into small business marketing and this is your first time here, you could go to my playlist on the channel and you'll see a ton of marketing concepts covered specifically for small business. Today is a really important concept. It's the angel and demon customers. We have angel customers and we have demon customers. Now, this concept comes from a marketing textbook about Best Buy. And Best Buy was having a tough time because people would come in to Best Buy and look at all the electronics and goods and stuff like that. And then they'd go to Amazon and buy the actual product. And then we had the other customers that would come in and only get everything that was on discount they would buy. Or they would get the TV, watch the Super Bowl, and then bring it back and complain about stuff. So the problem with them was they had angels, but they also had demon customers. And they had to get rid of those demon customers. And they wanted to keep the angels. And they had plenty of tricks. They wanted the angel target market, which was the people that had money. They weren't trying to go cheap. They're from all ages. The tech people, the retired people, they wanted those customers, but they needed to get rid of all the cheapos. And they stopped mailing their advertising to certain zip codes to get rid of them. And they raised their prices, offered better service for the people who had money and other things. But as a small business owner, I had 10 years experience working for some great people. In the end, I had about 42 customers, and I was glad to be turkey free, which means I didn't have any demons on my list. I just had angels. Now, so what's the difference? Angels are great to do business with. They pay full price without complaining. They're understanding if there's weather is bad or if there's an issue. They're realistic about their expectations. They will make suggestions on how you can improve, and that's a good thing. We do want complaining customers. We want complaining customers because they give us some ideas and they help us to better our game, but it has to be for all the right reasons, not just to get under our skin. They see the good in things and they become our advocates. That is an angel, and that's what you're looking for. Now, when you're starting a business, you'll probably take on anything, and I'm really referring to services here. I used to advertise in bad neighborhoods because I was living in a bad neighborhood, and my equipment got stolen. People would not pay. I cut one yard 10 times, and it had given her a low price and still couldn't get her to pay. But being a good guy, it was the end of the season. She owes me a couple of $100, if not more. And it became Thanksgiving, and I felt sorry for her. I don't want to take her Thanksgiving money. And then it turned into Christmas. I don't want to take her Christmas money. And actually, in that case, I had about 4 customers on her street. But it was time because it was a bad neighborhood. I was always watching my equipment, and actually, I forgave her debt and actually got rid of the whole neighborhood and went to a better neighborhood. Let's look at the demons. And I had plenty of these over the years. They're cheap. They always want discounts. I have to be careful here because we're trying to do good. We want to be good. We're not trying to be lazy. We're not trying to cut corners. We're trying to do the right thing, but these people over here are virtually impossible to deal with. Often they want their money back. They complain for all reasons. They will waste your time. They're always calling, asking questions, and they have mental issues many times. They have mental issues, and you feel sorry for them. They ask for all kinds of crazy stuff. I had one that would call me at 2:30 in the morning about the yard. I mean, come on. Returning products, if you were in the case of retail, They talk bad on social media, and you really don't deserve it. You know, it's if you deserved it, that's one thing. But if you don't deserve it, you can't see how you've done anything wrong, and they're talking bad about you, and they ruin it for everyone. One turkey, I used to call them turkeys. One turkey can ruin it for everybody. You're trying to do a service for good people, and they're the ones that call you and accuse you. I've been accused of I didn't show up when I was just there. And I go, why didn't you? But I was there. Oh, that happened. Oh, I cleaned up for a party. It took 6 hours. Had the place immaculate. A storm came in at 8:30 at night. The owners flew in at 10 o'clock for the big party on Saturday morning and said, why didn't you clean up? I was there. I cleaned up. And they go, it's a mess. I said, well, it just rained. We had a big storm. I'm sorry. I'll come out tomorrow morning and try to redo everything as fast as I can before the petting zoo shows up. You know. So anyway, one turkey can ruin your brain, and you start to become jaded, and it just ruins it for everybody because you're up all night going, I can't figure this person out. I wish they'd go away. I can't get them to go away. So what to do? Raise your price, refer them to the competition, tell them that you quit. Just quit. But a lot of times, you can do that in a service a home service, right? You can quit, but a lot of times they've referred you to all these other people that are angels, and you go, man, how do I get out of this? Or maybe it's, you work for one woman and you work for 6 of her friends, and then you start working for her daughter, and her daughter is impossible. And what are you going to do? Your core, the root of your, this little sector of your business is now got the daughter involved, and she's a nightmare, and it gets difficult. Instead of taking on every customer you can in the beginning, try to target angels. You'll still run into demons, but you target angels. You get a sense. They're asking you to come work for them, and you got to be reading them. I had one guy that was a neighbor of one of my customers, and he would call, and his voice was, hey, I want you to come over and clean, like, no, I'm not getting into that. No, I am not. So, what were the other ones? Yeah, accused of not showing up. Nothing's ever right. Calling at all hours of the night about the yard, for Christ's sakes. Oh, I had one, this is funny, I had one in this really nice 0 lot, those gated communities. And she had the mason come out and build her a little flower thing. So I amended the soil and put in the bone meal and all of that stuff, and then I planted it with zinnias, and they did awesome. I mean, they looked beautiful, butterflies everywhere. And her neighbors would say, because in a gated community there's a lot of rules, right? But the neighbors would come by and go, your flowers are so big. And I would get a phone call, great job, the flowers look so good. And then the next neighbor would come up and go, your flowers are so big and beautiful. I've never seen any. And then I got the call to cut them down. I had to make them shorter. Can you make them smaller? What are you going to do? I can cut them down. I can dig them up. But no, I can't make them shorter. Just crazy. So, yeah, a lot of these people have issues, and we feel sorry for those people, but at the same time, we can't ruin our livelihood because we have one turkey who is just ruining it, ruining our spirit. We're trying to do the right thing. They're ruining our spirit, and, it's, God bless their souls, but I'm gone. I'm out. I even told one I'd left the country 6 months before I left the country. So anyway, goal is to be turkey free. Goal is to be demon free. We want angels. Steer your advertising, steer your efforts, raise your prices, whatever it takes. Like restaurants do, they require a jacket. So everybody who doesn't have a jacket can't get in, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah. So be careful out there. Look for the angels. Get rid of the demons, and you'll have a much better business, a better attitude, more energy, and you'll be more successful. So, there we go. Angel and demon customers. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you benefit, and enjoy your day.